Gordon, I've been watching right off stage, and you're doing great. You're doing great. Look, everyone is not giving a shit. Come on. Hey, buddy. It's all right to cry. Crying gets the sad out of you. It's all right to cry. It's gonna make you feel better. Raindrops from your eyes, getting all the mad out of you. Raindrops from your eyes, it's gonna make you feel better. Feelings are such real things, only sometimes they feel strange. Feelings are such mean things, but they change and change and change. Sad and grumpy, down in a dumpy, sloppy, slappy, hoppy, happy. Change and change and change. All right, Gordon, what are some of the other things that are all right?
It's all right to spy, looking in the windows groovy. It's all right to spy. Spying makes me feel better. It's all right to look inside and see those panties drop.
Gordon!
It's all right to check it out and watch out for that cop.
I think you should maybe think of some other things that are all right besides that.
It's all right to shit.
Yes.
Shitting gets the shit out of you. It's all right to shit. Shitting makes you feel better.
Me too.
It's all right to sit upon that great big white bowl. It's all right to drop a torpedo and watch it rock and roll. It's all right to kill.
No.
Killing gets the kill out of you. It's all right to kill. And kill and kill and kill. It's all right.
I want to ask you, what do you think it's also all right to do? It's okay, don't be afraid.
You
What is
better
it all
get
right
it
to
right.
do? It's all right to barf. It's all right to barf. Yes, it is. If you're not feeling well, you should absolutely barf. Sing about it, Gordon.
It's all right to barf.
Yes.
Barfing gets the barf out of you. It's all right to barf. Barfing makes you feel better.
Yes, it does.
It's all right to let it spray when something's wrong inside. It's all right to paint the floor and have a little fucking pride. Yeah! It's like I said, it's all right to die. Dying gets the death out of you.
Gordon.
It's all right to die.
Gordon? Everyone is the demon who looks like...
Oh, I'm the demon, all right, baby. I'm back. And I'm gonna get you.
Demon, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
All right, stand right. Stand back. That demon's gone. were twins. It's time to tell where Charlie ends and Charlie begins. His touch is on, and he looks for Charlie in vain. No game, 'cause Charlie and Charlie are the same. Collecting tickle down by the shore, Charlie thought he'd open a store across the sand. A stranger is approaching on his hands, tin cans, and Charlie faced Charlie like a man. Charlie jump and holler. When Charlie dropped $1 down his collar, "You've spoiled my neck. It'll never be the same again." No blame, 'cause your neck and my neck are the same. Charlie are twins. You can never tell where Charlie ends and Charlie begins. His touch is on, and he looks for Charlie in vain. No blame, 'cause Charlie and Charlie are the same. Thanks, Lightning Legs.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed we have a special guest, Dr. Stephen Hawking.
Hello, this is Dr. Stephen Hawking. I wish to inform you that your show is failing in all possible regards. There can be no way that it will hold its molecular density together. What I recommend is that you void it, send it into the void, where there can be no recompense. The void does not forgive. Even when failure is the goal, your show has failed. Believe me, I grew up on a white dwarf outside of Cleveland, Ohio. I know what I'm talking about. The sooner that you leave the theater, the better off you'll all be. Go raise another $10 and spend it on another thing.
Well, hey, wait a second here. Hold on a minute. You know, I heard this joker. What does he build, huh? He lives in his own head. I'm a working guy, all right? I've been around the block 19, 20, 21, 22 times over here. I know that when you take a whole bunch of grout, you put it in the bathtub, you get in there, you let it harden, you got yourself a solid suit of whatever you got, you can put a nice pudding mold in there. I like to fill a shoe sometimes with some glue. I let it set, I can come back 14 years later, that thing's gonna be as solid as I want it to be. I used to carry hot rivets around. I didn't throw them at police officers, I had them in case they were necessary. Sometimes if you want to build a vault door, you're going to need some heavy machinery. You know, this is what I'm trying to say. You want to live inside of a thought. That ain't real. I build the thing that gives all electrical impulses a reason to exist. All right? Anyways, that's just my 2 bits.
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like Working Guy has joined us, and I was thinking, Working Guy, and I thank you so much for taking the time off to do this telethon, and I think it would really help to raise the indifference meter if you did a song for us.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
all right,
want a
yeah.
song for the Working Guy?
I guess I gotta get back to work. Anyway, how about you? Any suggestions from the audience over here?
I'm gonna fix an old cat.
Fix an old cat sounds great. All right, how about you? Nothing? That's even better. Sir, a recommendation from you.
Mend my pants.
Mend my pants. All right, I'll look into that one. How about you, Becky? No. All right, you're all worthless. You've been a terrible audience. Listen, I'm going to start off with a little, I left some gravy on the floor. I didn't know what I was thinking anymore, but I knew I had an Oldsmobile. It didn't matter whether I felt like
like it in the morning, or if I was a mess in the middle of the night. When I had a little piece of ceramic, I could make that work all right, because you know, it's a bushing, so all it has to do is stop a thing. We can do that in surgery, and we just mop up and sing. It's okay to be somebody who works all day long, but it's not okay to not be a person who works all day long. You got to work like a goddamn bastard. And once you find the machine, you take it apart, you put it together again. I'm the working guy. Get into the bar. Order from a Polish, I don't care who he is, let's have a drink of sawdust. Because it shows that you can pay the same price that you find in the market every day. Oh yeah.
Working man.
I got work to get done. I got a lot to get done. You guys got any recommendations? I don't know what you want me to do up here.
Working guy, if I may, I would like to just ask you a few questions about your feelings on things, because you do represent all working people. How do you feel about those hippies? Those that don't work?
To me, they look like parking lot veal. Because I'll tell you something, if you want to get yourself lightly seasoned, then, you know, I will countenance your presence. If you want to lay down on a stack of grass, you better bring a bag of sod with you, because you're not getting nothing done on my watch.
Working guy, how do you relax yourself after a long day at work?
Usually I like to shave a dog. You know, there's times I go up on the roof, I look out, I see in between moments, and I know what's coming down the lane. And you know something? It smells like hot tar and gravy, a lot like the kind I spilled a moment ago. Different because it's used as resin that they put on wood flooring.
Who taught you how to work the way you do? Is this run in your family? Did you have a grandfather or father or mother or great-grandmother who taught you your work ethic?
That's a good question, because you know the Egyptian pyramids?
Yes.
Right. Well, they were originally built upside down. And there's a good reason for that, but I don't know what it is. But you know something? Look, this is the way it is. In Canarsie, you're born working, right? You hit the ground and you got to start getting it done right away. You can lay down a mat of AstroTurf. That don't mean that you can run a mile. What it means is you got to get yourself focused on the double. Because you got somebody nipping at your tail, right? And it says, get it done, get it done. So if you got a choo-choo train, you want to build that thing, guess what? It's not going to happen by imaginaryisms. You got to get on that notepad, you make a couple of equations. I didn't go to no school to learn nothing. I got taught by the best. You want to talk about grandma? She had a thick coating of enamel on her, right? She knew what that meant. It encased most of her thought patterns. She knew that this is a way you get things built from the ground up.
Working man, with your work schedule, how do you maintain a good relationship? Do you have a relationship?
Well, look, I don't want to force the issue, but I got a lot to get done, Sally. And you know, it's funny you should ask that, little missy, because you know, sometimes maybe a little loneliness could do a person some good. You know? Like, there's a lot of people flipping pancakes in this town. You don't got to be one of them.
Thank you, working man.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's lighten this up a little bit. What do you have in your lunchbox?
My
Your
lunchbox?
Your metal lunchbox you bring to work.
Oh, I know what that is. I got a thermos full of washers. Also, I got some iron filings, aluminum shavings, whatever I can get past the OSHA specs. If you I can speak in a goulash-flavored language, too. Everybody knows that's true about me. Anyway, you got more songs. Anybody got something for me to sing out loud?
Well, I would kind of like to hear a song, working man, when you've done your final job and it's time for you to take your final rest. What do you want them to sing and say about you? What would be on your headstone?
All right. Well, the way I see it, I want my final song to be by the fabulous Captain and Tennille, because they were always keeping track of my density, because they knew that I couldn't be mixed with shellac or other types of things that seemed to lack a special property. that I was looking for. And when we travel into the eternal void, the best thing we can remember is to bring a magazine, because you're gonna have to wait just a little while until the end of the first time comes around again. Back in the Oldsmobile days, we used to drive around and around in circles, over and over again. And we looked at each other as if the guy sitting next to us was really our only friend. But we were eating dog food back then, you see, because we didn't work for any money. We just had to keep busy. In the long run, I'd say, if you want to get buried, start digging. And here we go, the captain and Tennille show. They showed me the way. It was the captain standing right on the prow of the ship, and Tennille who gave him the blessing to stay. They were both the best. One was better than the other. And the year was 1976, a year I spent with my mother. We were always living on Staten Isle, the place where the praying mantises like to sleep. And as we know, roofing shingles make an awfully nice snack in the summer, with something that rhymes with that. All right? And sometimes you gotta go back to the source, right? It's a wild card. It's all crazy adventure. Now get back to work. I gotta get back to work. What do we got now? Let's hear it for the working man.